Hello everyone, and welcome again to another episode of the series Making Peace with Your Ancestors. Today we are going to work with episode number 4, the research. So welcome everybody officially now to the new episode of Making Peace with Your Ancestors. We are going to work with episode number 4, the research today. Before that, for people who doesn't know me, my name is Maria Saiz, and I've been SRT practitioner and teacher for more than 70 years. And in 2020, I was guided to create this system, this procedure, to work with your family tree. So also wanted to announce again that I have 2 classes this year. One in June for people who doesn't know anything about SRT, are not trained with SRT, doesn't know how to work with the pendulum. This class will be dedicated to those people, and I will teach you how to work with the pendulum, how you connect with your high self, and also, of course, how to open your family tree. And then I have another class in July for people who already are trained with SRT, and so you will be ready to work with the family tree, okay? If you have any questions, you can go to my website, or you can send me an email, and I will answer any question that you have. So now let's start with the meeting. And as every month, we have 4 aspects to cover. Episode 4, the research, is what we are going to work today. So the 4 phases, the structure of the meeting. The first one is why in new moon. I'm not going to explain this because I already had explained that in the other videos. So if you wanted to know more about why we choose new moon to do this clearing, please go and see the episode 1 and episode 2. So you will be more familiar with that idea, with that concept, and be more aware of the reason, okay? We are going to talk about understanding the research, why the research is one of the steps in the work with family tree. Of course, we are going to do the meditation, and then we are going to do the clearing for the toxic loyalties. Why we call this the research? You know that there are 11 videos during this year. We have the number 1 was the acknowledgement. The number 2 was the permission. Number 3, the opening. And number 4, the research. When we go and ask permission to open the family tree and the ancestor come up, right? They give us some information. So the information needs to be as accurate as possible, precise, in order to download the loyalties. That's why we work with exact number of the ancestor involved. If we have the name, it will be perfect. But usually we don't have the names, especially for the generation 5 to 20. It's really difficult to have the name of the ancestors. And that part is important too, is a part of the recognition of the specific ancestors. It's like we are having a conversation with them. So we are having a conversation, we're using a name, number, and then recognize each one of them as an individual. Even though they are not in physical, their energy is around us. And also, we find out as close as we could, the moment that you decide to create a loyalty, the moment that you decide to have the loyalty, not only for working or helping that specific ancestor conflict, but every time that you do a clearing for an ancestor, every time that you do a clearing for family loyalties for you or for somebody else, you are actually clearing the whole tree. So other members get benefits out of this. That's why this is 2 information, and the number of the ancestor, and when we create that, when we decide to bring the loyalty, to bring more consciousness to the family tree, is really important in the process of researching. We research the conflicts, injustice, and entanglement that must be revealed. All of them needs to be revealed in order to avoid repetition of the event. It's not only go to the church and get the conflicts, injustice, and entanglement. It's if you're doing for yourself or you're working with a client, it's very important that the person, you or the client, start, thinking about those repetition that comes in this specific information, if they can relate with that somehow. Because sometimes, or most of the time, we are actually sleeping life, right? We repeat things, we repeat events, and we always say, why me? Why this happened to me? Why I have to have this accident? Why I have to have this illness? And we don't know, because it's like we are in the mercy of the fate. Something out of us, it makes us to have this horrible event or no very pleasant situation. And it's because somehow we are repeating things. So in the moment that you disclose information, the moment that you do the researching, not only get the information and writing down and keep going, just trying to see in your life why I'm repeating, when I'm repeating, where it's coming from. So it will be a more conscious action. If you're working with a client, the same thing. Just talk with the person and ask questions. Do you think that you're repeating the same thing? This has happened to you? When happened to you? So it's more dynamic, and the other person is more involved in the whole clearing, okay? Also, one of the aspects that are really important in the family tree are the secrets, okay? There are two kinds of secrets. The secret that everybody knows, but nobody talk about it in the family tree, and that are less heavy than the one that we call the phantom secrets. Phantom secret is something that happened, an event that happened to one of the ancestors, but this person was full of shame out of that situation, and they die before share with somebody, meaning they take the secret, the phantom secret, to the grave. That's really heavy, because we are never going to find out what it is. Now, when we do this clearing here, phantom secret can come up. Of course, we are not going to know exactly what happened, but we are disclosed and release that dense energy that passed by generation, causing a lot of problems and a lot of negativity and darkness in the family, okay? And then another aspect that is really important to know is that the information will come when we are ready to receive. Not because I'm working in the family tree every single day, it will come up everything in the moment. No, it will come when you as a person, or when the family as a group are ready to receive the information, okay? Also, of course, it cannot be forced. You cannot force the ancestor to give you something that you are not ready to reveal, okay? Not ready to be disclosed. So basically, these are the aspect that we take into consideration every time that we do a clearing with the family tree, and it has to be with the research. So let's go to the next step, which is doing the meditation. So I'm going to, first of all, ask you, before we go into the meditation, ask you to start thinking about a challenge or a situation or block that you might have in your life, some goals that you wanted to manifest it and are not, because you feel I'm blocking, something is not flow, something that you wanted to work today, okay? Because during the meditation, I will ask you to bring to your mind the specific challenge or intention, so we will be completely aligned, and the ancestor will come later in the clearing. It will approach the blocks that you have with that specific intention, okay? Trying to put your back straight, but relax. I don't want you to be tense. Let's take a deep breath in and release the air slowly, feeling more and more relaxed. Trying to take advantage of this moment to be in your body, to acknowledge your body, the sensation of your body. And again, take another deep breath in, releasing the air slowly and feeling more and more relaxed. Now, think about a situation that you wanted to work with today, Now, I want you to visualize your family tree behind you, including all the ancestors for the 20 generations around your tree. If you cannot visualize, that's okay. Just be aware of it, because your family tree is always in your back. Acknowledge and be aware of that family tree on your back. You can see or you can sense all the ancestors on your mother's side, on your left side in the back, and all the ancestors of your father's side on the right side behind you. Please do not force anything, just let the vision come to you. Stay there for a few seconds to see if you perceive any sensation in your body, or perhaps a particular emotion or thought. Now, I want you to turn around and start walking around the tree and around your ancestors, observing every detail, any details that come to your attention, either for the tree or for your ancestors. Observe the details of the branches, the leaves, flowers, or fruit, and the shapes and faces of your ancestors. They can present themselves in the very different ones for another. You can see some of them really in detail, the faces, the clothes. That sometimes they come just with like a representation with some energy, color, or energy movement. Now I want you to choose one of those ancestors as a representative of your family tree. So I want you to choose one, female or male. Can be just an energy that you sense. And get closer to that ancestors and stand in front of him or her. And please repeat the following statement. Yes, I now recognize you as a representative of my ancestors today. Yes. Now I recognize you as the representative of my ancestors today. Please, I ask you to download all the information that I must investigate to release the loyalties for my intention today. Please, I ask you to download all the information that I must investigate to release the loyalty for my intention today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being the representative of my family tree. Thank you for being the representative of my family tree. You will see the ancestor reaching out you and holding your hands. Observe how your ancestor trying to reach you out and holding your hands. And observe how through his hands or her hands, a flow of energy begins to come up that reaches yours. And observe how through his or her hands, a flow of energy begins to come out that reaches yours. Energy of love that contain all the required information, known and unknown, that you need to release your loyalties that are blocking your intention today. Observe how that energy of love involves your entire being. That energy of love comes from the morphogenetic field of your family tree. That information has been always there. Today, you are recognize it. Now your ancestor gently release your hands, turn around and returns to his original or her original place. And you, with your heart filled of joy for this wonderful encounter, you turn around, give your back to the tree. Take a deep breath in and release the air slowly. Repeating, yes, please, thank you. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes. Now we are going to proceed to do the actual clearing. So I'm going to open the family tree. The first thing is asking permission. So ancestors, I humble asking permission to open the family tree to clear and release the intention that each one of the participants have set in the meditation. So I asking humbly to open the family tree for the mother and father side for each one of the participants here, to heal and clear the intention they had been set that are affecting their life and the life of their well-being of their family. I understand that everything is in perfect divine order, and if the permission is not granted at this time, we will understand and ask later. So the permission has been granted. And now we are going to ask myself to download all the information, known. Each one of you, I already have done the prep to work for each one of you before the meeting. So your high self, my high self, it will be updated with the lasted information that we need to know in order to do this work. Okay? Okay, start. Okay, perfect. So let's start. And let's find out what is the first generation that we go. So it's indicate generation from 5 to 8. Let's find out first what side is the first ancestor. Remember, the ancestor we are working here can be 1 or 2, we don't know 3. Basically are the representative of your family tree to bring the information, because we are working in groups. When we work individually, it's different. We work exactly with the ancestor that is involved, that you are involved in the loyalty with that specific ancestor. In group, it's difficult to do that. So we just call one or two representatives to bring the information in order to do the clearing, okay? So let's see if the father or mother side, and they say the father side. And what is the generation 8? So I want to make the note, generation 8, father side, and it's a female or a male? It's a female. Okay, so I'm going to do the FT2A, and because it's a generation is the last one, let's find out exactly the number. It's a female, 339. Sorry. Yeah, 339. 339. Okay, it's a female, father side. Okay, so let's go and find out what are the loyalty areas. Death and transformation, number 8. Career, that's it. Let's find out if there is something else, another details about those areas. Let's see, career. It's about success. Some success are blocked. Something about lawyers, politics, lawyers involved with this. And of course, the career as a purpose, okay? The career is a transgenerational wound. What I mean, meaning that it's coming from generation, go through generation and repeating. Either way, the person can be success in their own career and their own purpose. Something is blocking there. Because, you know, it's in a way, it's repeating the same thing that the ancestor has. So it's difficult in the career to be success, to be exposed. It has to do something also with lawyers or documents or something that is blocking right now as well, okay? Okay, so let's go to find out also what other aspect of the 12. The 12 is what we call karma. Phobias, something about phobias. Secrets. Secrets also, because it's in the subconscious mind, we don't know, but the information is there. Secret also is another transgenerational wound. And the secret basically is because the person cannot share that painful event. Okay, it's a shame of that. It's really painful, so it cannot be shared. And that is bringing a lot of darkness to the family. Karma, something else? No. Okay, once we recognize the loyalty areas, we're going to find out what are the entanglement, conflict, and injustice. Something about material inheritances, something that was lost, was stolen. The family never got what they deserve. There was something about suicide, homicide, or crime, okay? It can be a witness of the situation, or it can be happening to the ancestor himself. Incomplete grief, something else. Exclusion of family members, something else. The abuse, torture, rape. It can be psychological, it can be physical, or it can be emotional. Another transgenerational wound, which is the name, either similar name, partial name, or same name. What happened with names is that, you know, we are not aware of that in the family, and that we name our kids with their name for the uncle, for the grandfather, and so on. And we are not aware that the name has an energy. And usually what happened is that the person who had been named with the same name of the grandfather, grand ancestor, are bring all the conflict for that specific ancestor. So the person needs to live that instead of living their own life. It has something that doesn't belong to that person, but it's just vibrating with a name. That's what is called transgenerational wounds. Something else? Nothing else. Okay. So let's find out now if the other people involved. Twin flame twin flame is a soul relationship. Something else? They say no. Let's find out now if there are other blocks, mazes, valves, knots. Let's find out what kind of knots is. Cannibal knot, and is spread intellectually. The cannibal knot is something that we might develop as a part of our personality, that the person have the urge to eat. This concept coming from the baby. When the baby is born, the baby wanted to eat, right? Wanted to have the milk of the mother, wanted to be fit. If the kid didn't have enough food, or he didn't have enough love to nurturing his physical or emotional bodies, that knot is created there. And the person is going to be having the same behavior all his life, never going to be satisfied, never, ever. In this case, there are different kind of knot, different kind of manifestation of that knot. In that case, it's intellectual. So the person happen that can take many classes, reading a lot, take another class, study, integrate information, and never be satisfied, okay? Well, this knot is reflected here with the ancestor that we got, and probably can be manifested in some of you. Okay, and then let's find out what else. There's another blocks here beside that. They say no. Okay, perfect. So with this information, we gathered the information first. We have everything that we need, and then now we are going to ask to clear the family tree. So we are going to ask the spirit and high self to clear the family tree for each one of the participants here. And the person, also people who are going to see this video later, because they want to be connected with this work that we're doing today. So we are asking spirit to clear the family tree for each one of the participants here with the intention that you have set in the meditation already. We are going to ask the spirit to please clear the family tree starting from the root to the crown of the tree, go through the trunk, branches, leaves, twigs, dry flowers, root and fruit, and dead animal if you find anything. We are working with the father side. Also, please replace the sadness, victimization, suffering, anger, frustration, fear, negativity, as part of the invisible loyalty that had been created to compensate the lack of harmony and order in the family tree, in this case for father's side. For each one of the participants here. High self, please clear, heal, restore, and transform this tree into a luminous, conscious, joyful, loving, healthy, prosper one, where the order and harmony have been established and manifested every single day in all the members of the family tree, especially the person who is part of the group today. So the person can feel completely, each one of you can feel completely protected, loved, and overall free of loyalties. Yes, please, thank you, and just please, thank you. Okay. Other solutions? Other solutions? Colors. Okay. Let's find out the gift. What are the gifts that each one of you receive? Love. Thank you so much for that gift. Now each one of you are ready to receive that gift, love. Please, high self. Thank you, Ancestor 339, for this gift. Please, high self, download that energy to each one of the participants. Each one of you receive with love and respect. Please download it so they can manifest it in a conscious way. Yes, please, thank you, and yes, please, thank you. Okay. Any gift that you might need to give to the ancestors? No. Perfect. So let's go back and see what else we need to do today. There is another ancestor to work with. They say yes. Can you tell me where it's located? Let's go back. And can you tell me, is the father or mother side? Now is the mother side. As the generation 6. Mother side, generation 6. Okay, is a female or a male? It's a male. So generation 6, 113. Generation 6, 113. Got it. So let's find out, is it correct? Is a yes? Okay, perfect. Yeah, 113 is generation number 6, mother side. Let's go to find out now the areas. Children. That's it. Let's find out what other detail about these children and inner child. Yes. Now let's find out what are the entanglement, conflicts, and justice. Separation. Okay. Separation is another transgenerational wound that's carry on the family. Something else? Anything else? They say yes. Incomplete grief. Miscarriage, abortion. There's a twin involved. It's a yes, it's a no. No. It's a miscarriage. That's another transgenerational wound. Okay, because it's the death of a family member, even though it was just miscarriage, still it was conceived. Okay, so Kate has belong to the family, even though they are not alive, and we need to recognize it. Has a position, has a role in the family. Any other conflict? Addictions? Something else? They say no. Perfect. Let's go and find out when was created, conception day, and then let's find out other people involved. Twin flames as well. These are soul relationship with twin flames. Cousins, nannies or babysitter involved. Something else? No. And then other blocks. Conditioning. Nuts again. Very interesting. So what kind of nuts? Is the narcissist? No, not. And it's intellectual. So the narcissist is when the baby, these nuts were created when we are little, right? When the baby or the kid didn't have enough love, attention, and or the parent might be dead or were not present, physically or emotionally present for the baby. And then the baby try to compensate the hate they have toward the parents to love himself too much. That is not love. He's trying to compensate too much love. So the person is really, really self-centered, okay? And then the way that they communicate or manifest it is intellectually, actually, the same one. Meaning the person might feel that everybody is stupid and the person know everything and doesn't listen to others, doesn't interact, communicate with others because, you know, the person feel that they don't need to, okay? So it's a not. Let's find out if there's something else here in the other blocks. Mazes, something else? Anything else here? Contracts, terms and condition. That's it. Perfect. So we already had all the information. We are going to proceed and to do the clearing. So I'm going to ask Haisel, please clear and heal the family tree for each one of the participants here with the intention that they have set up before in the meditation. Please go to the family tree. We're working with the mother side now. And clear, start working with the root to the top of the tree. Root, trunk, branches, twigs, leaves, dry flower, root and fruits. Also replace the sadness, victimization, the suffering, the frustration, anger, fear, as an invisible loyalty that had been created to compensate the lack of harmony and order in the family tree, in this case, mother's side. Please Haisel, heal, clear, heal, restore and transform this tree into a conscious, luminous, peaceful, loving, joyful, conscious, and balanced one, where the order and harmony had been established in each one of the members here every single day, so they can feel completely protected, loved, and overall free of loyalties. Yes, please, thank you, and yes, please, thank you. Okay, any other solutions? No other solutions. And then let's find out the gift that you're receiving. Beauty. Beauty. Thank you so much for that gift, Ancestor 113. Each one of the participants here are ready to receive the gift. Please, Haisel, download it to each one of them. They receive it with love and respect. Download it to each one of them so they can be manifested every day in a conscious way. Yes, please, thank you. Yes, please, thank you. Any other, any gift that you need to give it to the ancestors? No. Perfect. So let's go back and find out there's something else. They say no. Any hidden ancestors? No. Any hidden ancestors? No. Okay, so we have total 2. But we need to go to color because the first ancestor asked for the colors. Okay, let me find out what kind of color they ask him. What the color they ask is gold. It's a beautiful. It's a ceiling. It's a color. For me, gold and silver are the color that seal, clearing, seal, closing, and seal the actually work. So it's a beautiful one. So please, Haisel, spirit download it. That coming from the Ancestral 339. So download it to each one of the participants here. Any other color? They say no. Okay, let's find out if we need to do the work with a twin flame, because in both come out the twin flame, okay? So let's see. So we need to do the twin flame. They say yes. We have to work with the ancestor number 339 or 113. 113 for the second one. The first one, we don't need to do the actually the family, the soul family work, but we need to do for the number 2. So what we do is go to the chart and find out what is the challenge that you share with that ancestors. It has to be with control and power. Okay, so we are going to find out. It's 20%. We need to clear our research. They say just clear. And now we need to go researching. Can you tell me what is the some restructuring, so brain restructuring apply? Eight, 8A, 8B, or 9. 8, and it involves some inner archetypes. Let's find out what the inner archetype is. Guide. Okay, so the guide archetype in archetypes is the guidance that we receive from a spirit, right? And secondly, the guidance that we help others. When we help others, we guide other people. And that's archetype is seems to be block and sharing the blocking with the ancestors. So we are going to, they say no research, you're clear indirectly. Now it's clear, and please let me know if there's something else, any other archetype. They say no. Can you tell me if control and power has been clear, 100% infinite? Can you give me a guarantee of that? Yes. Thank you. Any other challenge? They say no. Let's going to find out if there is some program in the 6A. Any program in the 6A? They say no. Any energy in the 6A? Yes. Addiction? Anything else? Health abuse? Anger? Okay, so let's clear that energy. That energy is that you share with ancestor number 2, which is 113. Okay, let's clear that. Have been clear, infinite. Now let's find out there is some programs in the 4. No program in the 4. Any blocks to positive expression? They say yes. Love, that's why you receive the love. Something is blocking that. Order, patient, something else? Okay, so please clear those block to positive expression that some of you are sharing with the ancestor so they can be manifested. Okay, perfect. Something else? They say no. Can you give me a guarantee of that? Yes. Okay, so any other things that we need to clear for the soul relationship as a twin flame? They say no. Okay, so we finish here. And then since that we are done with the work, let's do the closing, okay? Okay, so I'm going to first of all give thanks to the 2 ancestors that come up today. Thank you for be present, for allow us to do the clearing, for give us the information. Each one of the participants here know that you all represent the past and they represent the present time. And this is their time here and now. They are free. You are free of loyalty. They are free of loyalties. So they can live a better present and a better future here and now. Yes, please, thank you. And yes, please, thank you. Okay, so we close the family tree. And we finish for today. Thank you again for participating, for believing in this work. And I hope to see you next month for the next new moon. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for participating today. We will see each other on June 18 for the episode number 5, the receptivity.